How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is the 11th live stream here on Carpathian Countryside. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. It has been a very, very good day here today. Been really looking forward to this live stream here tonight. It has been one heck of a week, and I am just glad that it's Friday. Hope everybody else is out there is excited. Just as excited as I am. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat here because I see there's a bunch of people out there already, and I want to make sure that I get everything out of the way before we get rocking and rolling here tonight. So we've got Jonah right off the bat saying happy Friday, BDD. Happy Friday to you, Jonah. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's see, we've got Custom Motorsports with 1.9K. Custom, how you doing tonight? I hope you're having a fantastic night so far. That is right, 1,900 subscribers. We just hit it today. Yes, I am pumped. I'm so excited. 1,900 subs, that is amazing. Jody, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. It says happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Jody. Let's see, Ken, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. You living in the future there. Happy Saturday to everyone with a smiley face. Let's see. Marcelo, how you doing with the Brazilian flag? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We got Custom says, hi, guys. Custom, hope you're having a great one so far. Felipa, hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Says, hi, BDD Gaming. How you doing, Felipa? Ken says 1.9K, what is that for, Custom? And Custom says subscribers. Yes, we just reached 1,900 subscribers right before the stream started here today, so I am pumped. I'm very, very happy about that. Ken says hi to Jody. Jody says, how are you doing? I'm doing fantastic, Jody. How about yourself? Custom says, hey, and Ken then says, well done, Custom. Jody then says, it's a good night so far. Glad to hear it. And Custom says, Ken, I was saying BDD hit it. And then Jody says, you got a lot of contracts to do. I do not. I have one contract. We're in the middle of December, so there's not a lot going on. We're early in the morning, so more than likely we're going to be spending a little bit of time kind of fast-forwarding time and doing some stuff along those lines. David, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. It says, hey BDD gang. Hope we're doing good. Hope you're doing good as well there, David. Let's see, we are about 3 past the start time there, so let's go ahead and get going. Before we get going too hard into this stream, I want to kind of start on a bit of a heavy note. Now, for those who follow this channel, who have been around for a lot of these live stream knows, there's typically about 2 things that I don't talk about here on stream. 2 things. Religion and politics. Those are the kind of the 2 things I try to avoid for this channel. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be touching on either one of those topics, but it's going to be politics adjacent. So many of us are well aware of what happened last Saturday there in Pennsylvania. Very big historic event happened where somebody tried to take some shots at the former president. Again, I'm not looking to get into the politics of things. I'm not looking to do any of that. The reason I bring this up is that in all that mayhem, in the gunfire, there was a person who died named Corey Comparator. He was a former fire chief there in Pennsylvania. He was shot protecting his wife and daughters there at the rally. And I want to take a moment of silence for the tragic passing of him. So just give it a minute here to kind of take that silence. Okay, like I said, I wasn't looking to get too heavy into politics or anything like that. I'm not looking to be, on either side of the anything right now. But I just wanted to make sure that I kind of spoke about this because Jody, you hit it right on the head. That man was a true hero. Not only was he the fire chief up there in Pennsylvania, was a fire chief in Pennsylvania. So his job was to go into burning buildings to save people and to do, some very, very dirty, dangerous work that just in its own right and its own merit makes him a hero. But he laid down his life to protect his wife and daughters. And some serious talk here for just a second. Ladies, if any of you hear this right now, find you a man that will love you enough to sacrifice himself for your safety. That right there is the true essence of love, is when you find a man who will not only help you, provide for you, provide with you, take care of the kids, do all that kind of stuff, but is willing to sacrifice himself for your betterment, both in mind and body. And it's one of those where, that's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did that day, is to try to protect his two little girls. And this one really strikes home with me personally because of how I have two little girls, and I would in a heartbeat lay down my life for those two little girls. I do the same thing for my wife without a moment's hesitation, without a second thought. So like I said, ladies, find you a man who will do that, will without a second of hesitation put himself in front of harm's way for you. And gentlemen out there, find you a woman who you are willing to do that for. And if we use those as the kind of guidelines, the kind of standards that are set up for a relationship, as kind of the building, as one of the many building blocks for a relationship, there would be far less divorces, far more happy marriages. So again, my heartfelt condolences to the family, to the wife, to the two little girls that he left behind. The comparators. My deepest sympathy, my heartfelt apologies for everything that you're having to go through, and your lives will never be the same. But know that you were in the lives of a true hero. And I hope that at bare minimum, you can rest assured that there are many people around this country that think, and not just this country, but around the world, that think that know that this man was a hero. And we should all do our very best to not let this man's name go by the wayside, to be a footnote in anything. He deserves to be remembered and respected. So, now that that kind of heaviness is out of the way, let's get to the stream. I want to thank everybody out there for letting me do that real quick. That's something that has been kind of weighing on my mind a lot here over this past week. On top of everything that's been going on in my personal life, many of you have reached out and given, the well wishes and all that, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you has reached out, who has, understood that, hey, things have been going on in my personal life and needed to kind of take some time away. Greatly appreciate every single one of you out there. It is an absolute fantastic community that we have going on here, and I just, like I said, want to thank all of you for not only letting me kind of go on this little side route for the beginning of this stream, but to also sending out the well wishes, sending out everything that we have going on here tonight. So Thank you all so very, very much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat because I am falling behind. It says Ken says the prayer hands, thumbs up. Well done, BDD. Thank you, Ken. I again greatly, greatly appreciate it. Like I said, that is true bravery, true heroship. You know, when most people would hear something like that going on and be running in the opposite direction, he stood in the line of fire. So again, one of those that I am truly, truly sorry for everything that his family is going through right now. It was cut down way too short, and now there's a wife and 2 little girls who are going to have to grow up without a husband, without a father, and it's sad. It's incredibly, incredibly sad. Let's see. We've got would have done the same thing for my kid and wife. 100%, Jody. Yeah, it's one of those where, like I said, ladies, you know you have a keeper. You absolutely know that you have a keeper if you found a man who would be willing to lay down his life. And there's no greater commitment, no greater sacrifice that anybody could make to lay down their life for another. It is a true, deep connection when you've got that. So, like I said, it is something that you can never prepare for. It's something that you can never think would ever happen. But one of those that when the time comes, you know, a lot will be found out about oneself when you're thrusted into that kind of situation. So, like I said, I'm sorry for the heavy talk. I'm sorry for starting this out the way that we did here tonight. But like I said, that's something that's been weighing very heavy on my mind over these past several days. So I just wanted to get it out there. Jody says, count down the days to FS25. Absolutely cannot wait. Cannot wait. I am so pumped. I'm so excited. Everything that we've seen, everything that we've heard up until this point has been great. And I'm hoping that it continues to go along that trajectory. I hope that it keeps on. You know, we keep finding more and more stuff. Now, here's the thing, is we've heard so many things about FS25 so far that is absolutely fantastic. It is ridiculous, the amount of stuff that we've found out. And, I mean, it's just beauty. Like, everything about it is just fantastic. But we're still several months away. Several months from the release. I can't wait. I can't wait to find out all the other things that they have in store for us. Because I promise, well, let me not say it like that. I have a very, very high suspicion that there is more to come. I have a very, very high suspicion that they're not just going to completely unload their entire thing for FarmCon. There are going to be some big announcements. I just have a feeling. I don't know for certain, so don't take what I'm saying as like the gospel. Don't take what I'm saying as like an absolute. But I would have a very hard time rationalizing it in my own mind as to think that, hey, Giants went all out of their way to all of a sudden put out all the information that's available for FS25 several months beforehand and not give anybody anything to look forward to as we get closer and closer to a release. So, yeah, one of those where I think that we still have a lot more stuff to come. I think we have some big announcements coming up in the future. That's at least my hope. We'll kind of see as things progress and how we get closer and closer to launch day. Ken with the $2 New Zealand dollars. Thank you so much, Ken. Greatly appreciate you. And Philippa with the same $2 donation. Greatly appreciate you. That is fantastic. Thank you both so very, very much. Ken says, BDD, would you play on the Somerset USA map? Yeah, it is a nice little map. It's one of those. Would I play it for like a Let's Play series? Would I play it? I would play it for like personal kind of unwind time. But would I play it for a Let's Play? Would I play it for like a live stream or something like that? I don't know. I really don't know, because I just feel like that Somerset American map is kind of missing a little something. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just missing just a little bit of flavor to it. You know, it's like having a really, really good dinner that you're like, man, this is really good. I'm enjoying it, but it's just missing something. It's just that little, there could be a little something added to it to really just cap it off. And I feel like that's the same thing with the Somerset map. So, like I said, it's one of those. Would I play it? Absolutely. Would I do it for a Let's Play or live stream? Probably not, because I'm looking for something that's not only going to be something that I can enjoy and play for everybody out there in the audience, everybody out there for the live streams, all that stuff, but I'm looking for something that's going to be also visually stunning. That's not only going to be something that we can draw like everybody here tonight and enjoy and stuff, but to actually have something where some person out there who might not be as familiar with Farming Simulator would be kind of like, ooh, what is this? Oh wow, this is really stunning, this is really cool looking, kind of thing. And I feel like that kind of map would kind of be just not as inviting, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Let's see. Will, how you doing, Will? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. It says, yo, what up? How is everyone? Will, doing fantastic tonight. Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Jody says, this is an awesome family, awesome channel. I 100% agree. Thank you so much, Jody. Ken says, what up, Will? Will says, what up, Ken? Will then says, I would have blocked the bullet from hitting my wife. 100%, bud. 100% right there with you. And like I said, ladies, that's the kind of guy that you're looking for. That is the kind of guy that you're looking for. Somebody who is willing to take a bullet for you. Let's see. Jonah! How you doing, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. And it says, greetings, friends. Greetings, Jonah. And Tony, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. It says, greetings all. Been a minute. It has been a minute. Been very, very busy here lately. Got a lot of stuff going on here over at the BDD household, but things are starting to calm down, starting to work their way out. And holy smokes, did we get a ton of maps here lately. I feel like we've been just a deluge of maps here recently. I don't know what happened, what's going on, but it's like they just opened the floodgates, I feel like. And it's maybe, you know, half a dozen maps or so, but it just feels like a lot happened. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm kind of overemphasizing it a bit, but, or I don't know, maybe it's just been that busy here lately that it just feels like a lot. I don't know. But we're also getting towards the tail end of FS22, where not a lot of things have been happening. We've been getting many, many days where no mods have been released, no big, like, kind of eventful kind of release days have been happening. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's going on, is it just feels like it's a lot because we've had so many kind of off days kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll kind of play that one by ear, I guess. Let's see. We got, where was I? Oh, I shifted the chat around. Where'd it go? Let's see. Ken says, "What up, Jonah and Tony?" Wilden says, "I feel like we are going to get baby animals." See, that's the one thing I'm talking about, is I just don't think that Giants would have just completely just unloaded everything all at FarmCon, all right there for us to look at. I think that Will is right. I think that there's going to be some big announcements going into the future, and it's just a feeling. Like I said, I just don't think that any kind of manufacturer, any kind of gamer, any kind of like game creator, anything like that is just going to be like, oh yeah, here it all is, have fun with it, and then stew on that for the next several months. Because here's the thing is, by the time that FS25 comes out, if we're only getting the GPS, if we're only getting, you know, the things that we discussed on previous streams, then we'd have nothing to look forward to. Then by the time it all comes rolling around, pretty much the entire community is going to be like, oh yeah, this is cool, but you know, and just kind of leave it hanging. So that's kind of how I think it's going to go. David with the $2, I believe that's $2 pound, or not dollars, 2 pounds. Is that right? I think that's right. Anyways, thank you, David, so very, very much. Greatly appreciate it. And it is your first super chat here on the live stream. So again, David, thank you so very, very much. Ken, BDD, how is your dad doing? He is doing much better. Much better. Thank you for asking. Yes, he is back home and everything is looking much better than it was several days ago. Tony says, have you heard that Giants is merging with a racing sim game? I did not know that. Now, here's the thing is that could actually be very exciting, and here's why. If you're talking about like a racing game, their whole job, their whole thing is the kind of driving mechanics, and that's 99.9% of what Farming Simulator is driving mechanics, trying to understand and, you know, figure out how these vehicles are going to interact, not only in real life, but interact with their implements, interact with the ground terrains, interact with all this stuff. And if they're going to be merging with a racing company that their entire job is to show and to depict how these vehicles are going to interact on the racetracks, how they're going to interact on, you know, maybe off-road courses, who knows? I'm not familiar with what gaming company they would be merging with, but it's one of those, like I said, if they fold in even a small percentage of the creators that they had for the racing series into the Farm Sim series and be able to kind of marry what Farming Simulator has to what the Racing Simulator had, wow, that could make some really awesome kind of advancements for the driving, for the handling, for the murkiness. We already know that we're getting things like the boggy fields and stuff like that where we can sink into the terrain and all that. We know that's one of the things that's getting released. Now, imagine if while in that terrain, the vehicle handled differently, almost like a mud runner, almost like a snow runner. I mean, probably not going to be anytime soon if they do anything like that at all, you know, but maybe what they do is having the tires, like having dualies like this Steiger here, would interact with the fields differently than anything else. Like if you got, let's say for some silly reason, you put on narrow tires onto this Steiger here for some reason, well, all that power is just going to sit there and spin the tires, and you're not going to be able to pull the implement, especially something this large, like this cultivator here. You'd never be able to spin it. So one of those, that might be pretty cool. That might be a really sweet addition. Let's see. Jody says that that's what I think. There's some big announcements coming. Yes, 100%. And I hope everybody has a real good weekend this week. 100% right there with you. Tony says, yeah, straight for racing sim. Okay, very nice. Yeah, like I said, I think that could be something really cool. Now, what I would worry about, the only worry I'd have is if the racing company was like the dominant company. So if Giants was folding into the racing sim, then I'd be a little bit worried, because then one of those where we could kind of get lost in their sauce rather than us just kind of absorbing that and absorbing their technology, absorbing their advancements kind of thing. That's what I'm going to kind of lean with. That's what I'm going to hope for, at least. Let's see. Will says, what up, Jody? Jody says, I love the new American 20 FS25. Yes. That new American map does look really sharp. Looks really good. And it's very interesting because it's supposed to be, if I remember right, it's supposed to be based off of what, like, was it Mississippi, Louisiana? I can't remember which, but it's somewhere in the South. It was somewhere in the south, so you're going to get a lot of the ferry boats. You're going to get a lot of the kind of really kind of cool atmosphere that you can find here in the south. So I don't know. I'm excited. A lot of the maps and stuff that we're used to kind of seems more kind of Midwestern or kind of up in the north of America kind of thing. So seeing something that's a little bit further south, I think might be a really nice change of pace. Let's see. Jody also says, playing games relaxing. Very, very nice. Ken says, I'm playing on that map. The only thing I don't like is that there is no direct route to the dealership. Yes. So that was something else that I kind of picked up on, is that everything just felt like very kind of roundabout kind of thing. Because you're basically like all roads lead to nowhere is kind of how it felt. Like I said, I think it was a solid map. I think it was good, but I just feel like there's just something that just makes it feel lacking. So, I don't know. One of the biggest things that I have, especially when we're talking this point of Farming Simulator 22, is I am not huge when a map maker uses stock standard production points, animal pens, all that stuff. I have a very, very hard time getting into a map when it's not custom. Now, this map is a perfect example of the exception to that rule. Now, we've got the standard production points. We got like not standard animal pens and stuff like that, but standard production points. But what Mr. Hector did on this map is they ended up going through and dressing up all of the production points. So even though it's all base, even though it's all kind of standard fare, we have all this kind of extras that goes along with that particular production point that makes it feel new and unique and interesting to be around and to be a part of. So it's one of those where that is the one exception of the rule to me. But that map there, it kind of did stuff like that, you know, with the kind of surroundings and stuff, but it didn't do it enough for me. It's one of those, if you're going to do it, you really got to dress them up. You really got to make them look interesting, because we've seen them. We've seen these production points over and over and over, time and time and time again, and it's no longer fresh. It's no longer new. And there were points on that Somerset map where I just felt like this is kind of a fancier version of Elm Creek. So it's one of those, again, Elm Creek being a solid map. I do like it, but not one that I can spend a ton of time doing and playing on. Let's see. We've got... I just saw the super chat come through, Will. I'll get to it in just a second. Wilden says, BDD thinks it takes... thinks I take... Okay. Let's try that one more time. BDD thinks I take great screenshots, but I don't think so. Will, you are a liar. Liar. But it's okay, bud. Yeah, no, they definitely look good. We got a whole load to show here tonight. I will be showing them off here in a little while. Tony says, they look good to me, Will. Absolutely. Ken says, Will T, BDD likes any screenshots you send his way. That is actually very true. That's actually very true. I'm not going to hide the ball on that one. Anything that people show me, I really like, because one, I love being able to show off people's farm builds. I love being able to see what people do, but I genuinely think that people have like this like very distinct and unique flair that is unique to that individual, and I really like being able to see those. I really like seeing what people come up with, and honestly some creative solutions. Like, every single person out there has those really cool creative solutions, and it's just exciting to see. So yeah, I do love it when people send me in screenshots. I love seeing them. I love showing them on the live streams here. But yeah, definitely have a soft spot for them. Let's see. Will says LOL Ken. David says, yeah, 2 pounds English. Yes. I thought it was pounds. I just I'm not that worldly, but I will definitely try and catch up. Let's see. British, sorry, not English. There we go. Tony says, Mr. CLP has a video on it about 20 minutes long. Oh, very nice. Let's see. Will then says they are partnering with Straight for Studios. Oh, okay. Very nice. And then Will with the $5 American. I know that one. Did you hear about the two rowboats that got into an argument? It was an ordeal. I love it, Will. Absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. You know what? I love the dad jokes. I love dad jokes. They are fantastic. Ken says, BDD, I don't know anyone who would put a sheep pasture in the middle of a co-op like you have, LOL. I know. It's one of those that I might not make a whole lot of sense. Actually, it wasn't a sheep pasture. In all fairness, it was a chicken pasture. Or a sheep, not sheep, a chicken, a barn. A chicken barn. So yes, it is in the middle of it, but one of those I just wanted to be able to do it. Will says, the sweater from you will be here next week. That's right. So Will ordered a sweater from the shop. Will, thank you so very, very much. And like I said, the offer is out there that if you want me to show a picture of you live here on stream, I will absolutely do it, just like I did for Jonah. I will absolutely extend that same offer out to you. Ken says, OMG, Will, great joke. Yes, it was. Wilvin says, my wife told me to send it, LOL. Hey, that's awesome, bud. And we got Farm Central. Oh, I can't pronounce that last one. Oost? Hello, like, and a wavy emoji. How you doing, Farm Central? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I actually, if I remember properly, just was introduced to Farm Central here just the other day. They are a map maker for the recent South American map that was released. I forget what it was called. Was it the... Trying to remember. Was it... No, it wasn't Banderantes. It was... It was one of the South American maps that came out here. So very nice to meet you there, Farm Central. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Will says, my wife will take it and say it was hers, LOL, because she is cold. You know what? Every wife does that. Anytime we get something warm and cuddly, that turns into theirs. My wife does this same exact thing. She gets a hold of any of my oversized shirts or anything like that. She'll get a hold of them, throw them on, and all of a sudden, they're not my shirt anymore. They're her shirts. If I get a sweater or something like that for the winter time, and the moment that I don't need it for the day or something like that, somehow it makes its way over to her closet. I don't know how. I don't know if it grows little legs and then just sneaks off in the middle of the night, gently opens the closet door, climbs up on the top shelf, and then just hangs itself ever so neatly onto the hooks and hangers that we have up in her closet. But it somehow finds its way there. And to this day, I don't know how. I don't know why. But it's hers. I think how she explained it to me was, what's mine being me, BDD, what's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers. I think that's how she explained it to me. One of those where if you are married or in a relationship, really just if you're in a relationship whatsoever, you know exactly what Will and I are talking about at this point. And it's okay. It's all right. Will says, chaffing season starting on my map. Oh, you got some big, you got some chaffing to do there, bud. Good luck with it. Ken says, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that button. Thank you, Ken, so very, very much. Also, speaking of merch from Will, if you haven't here recently, go and check out the merch store. Reason being is I just loaded a whole bunch of new merchandise, new shirts, new cups, new sweaters, new everything. Or not everything, but you know what I'm saying. A whole bunch of new stuff out there. We've got some some Jasper's at it again merch. We've got Screaming Jasper merch. That's right. Jasper now is on the channel merch store. So go check it out. It's not Jasper himself, but it's us being a little bit exasperated with him. So go check him out. Check out the merch store. It's let me get the link for y'all real quick. It is it is bddgaming.creator/springs.com. And if you're interested in buying anything from the merch store, type in BDD July there at checkout. Save yourself 10% on some merch. So check it out. If you enjoy it, I hope you do. Now that we are done with this particular contract, let's go ahead and bam. $7,000, almost $8,000, not too shabby. This is all done, and now we're out of contracts. So let's get back here to the farm. So yeah, this is the chicken barn that's in question here as to whether or not it should be here at a co-op. I agree. It shouldn't be here at a co-op. But this is my co-op. So we're going to do what I want to do. Oh my goodness. But what we also got here on the farm, if I can get back to there we go. If I can get back to it. Over here, we got some cows. Over here, over there, I see some cows. Check it out. Yes, we got cows. Oh, look at that. We already got 4,000 liters of slurry. We should have, hey, let me out. Oh yes, 4,600 liters of manure. Look at all that. It just lines up a nice little row like that. Isn't that sweet? I love it. Love it. Let's see. Will says, going to try to stream this weekend. Awesome, Will. That's fantastic. Have 67 head of cattle now on the farm. Whew. Yeah, so hence the reason why Will has to spend so much time chaffing is because he's got 67 head of cattle, 6,700 head of cattle, and he really needs it. He needs all that chaff. He needs all that silage. He needs all that hay. He needs to be able to make TMR till literally his cows come home. E-I-E-I-O. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What are we talking here? We've got corn, potatoes, wheat, sunflower, soy, sugar beets, pig food, potatoes. We got loads of potatoes, loads of sugar beets. We got wheat, oats. So pig food, we've only got less than 6,000 liters. Let's see, got more slurry than that. Oh, dude, I'm sure you get more slurry in an hour than I get more than a month. Come on now. That's not a fair comparison. Come on. Open the doors. We got some eggs here we can do stuff with. That's not too shabby. All right, hop over again. All right, well, at this point, what we need to do is we need to fast forward because there's really not a whole lot for me to do. I don't have any contracts, as you can see here. I don't have anything to do around the farm because we got everything planted that we need planted. You can see 16, 4, and 3 are all oilseed radish. And we are shooting for corn. Was it corn? I think it was corn on this map. I'm trying to remember. Yes, it was corn on this map because we wanted to do some chaffing and we wanted to use the bunker silos. So yeah, we are going to do not as much chaffing as Will, but we're going to get there. We are going to get there. So let's go ahead and fast forward some time. Let's go ahead and tell you what, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and check out some of those screenshots that we got. We got a whole load of them. from Will T Gaming. So let's go ahead and... Oh, what just happened? Okay. Whew. Don't know what just happened there, but that is fine. So, we'll go ahead and... Oh, that's what happened. Haha. Let's try and... There we go. Now that's looking good. So we're going to go ahead and let that play in the background while I go ahead and fast forward into time. We'll bring us back in probably in either March or maybe April. Depends on what's going on. So we'll kind of see. But I'm also going to be keeping an eye on all the chicken eggs. Going to be keeping an eye on the slurry and manure situation because... I mean, we've got tons of room for both slurry and manure. I'm not worried about filling anything up with the amount of cows and stuff that I have at the moment. So one of those that will be good to go. And that rock wall, I love that rock wall. That is so cool. Will, I don't know what you're talking about, what you're on about, saying that you can't take good screenshots, because I tell you what, got some good screenshots here of the farm. Let's see. Ken said, wouldn't be surprised if Will has cows sheltering his farmhouse. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Will had cows in the farmhouse. Like, there's just so many cows that they just somehow make their way onto or into the farm. Like, who knows? You know, there's a YouTuber I follow, and it's called the Hoof GP, and what they do is they are basically a cow podiatrist. They take care of the hooves of the cows, because hooves are like fingernails for people, is that they grow and grow and grow, and if they don't grow properly, then it can cause the cows all sorts of havoc. Well, they sit there and they record all the kind of upkeep and maintenance and all this stuff that they do for the cows all across Ireland. And it's a really cool kind of thing to see. But it's one of those where basically he described cows in this way, and I laughed very audibly when I heard this. But basically he said cows basically have two functions. And it breaks down like this. It's basically, ooh, what's that? And then it's, ooh, what's that? Like a panic almost. So that's basically the world of cows. Is they're very curious, but they're extremely skittish. So I always found him very funny, and give me a good accent. I'm just enamored with accents. So whenever I hear him talk and whatnot, and he's sitting there explaining things, and he's very knowledgeable about what it is that he does. But when he's sitting there kind of talking and explaining things, it's just interesting to me. I just have a good old time listening to it. But let's see. Will says, LOL Ken, the new rock wall took forever. Dude, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it whatsoever. Let's see. Tony says, how many cow barns do you have, Will? And Will says 10 cow barns. Holy smokes. So pretty much every slot that's available for animals, I'm pretty sure it's capped at 10 for consoles. It might be... Is it all platforms that it's capped for? I might be wrong about that. Anyways, for consoles, I believe it's 10. And yeah, all 10 are taken up by cows. So yeah, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit there, Will. So, whew, we are up to 10,500 liters of manure so far. We've got about 10,000 liters of slurry. Yeah, it's just chugging along. I know the images are still going, still rocking and rolling. We are here in January, still no contracts, obviously. So this is all just kind of chugging around in the background. We're checking out Will's screenshots here. We got the manure slinging going on there, looking very good there on screen. Let's see. We also cleaned up a bit on the last stream. We cleaned up all the loose kind of... Oh, hey! Okay, I can't cut into the middle of in the middle of the slideshow, because if I do, then it's going to reset to the very beginning, and I want to make it through, considering that we're more than halfway through. So yeah, Tony says, wow, yeah, I say wow too. That's a lot of cow barns, a lot of cow barns, a lot of cows. Like, imagine just how much product it's going to take to be able to maintain those cows and keep them up and running. Like, yeah, tons and tons of stuff going on for Will. So I can only imagine him having to sit there and spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing all the chaffing work, doing all the mowing for hay, doing all the stuff, all the base components that it would take to be able to make TMR. Imagine having to do all that for 6,700 cows. Holy smokes, that's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done. So, yeah, it's one of those where it makes me grateful that I don't have 6,700 cows. But at the same time, I wish I did. It's one of those, I kind of wish I did, kind of wish I didn't. Because, oh my goodness, I could only imagine. I could only imagine having to spend all that time, all that energy, all that money to going towards working on one animal. Like, me personally, I like to diversify my animals. I love the whole reason why I got the chicken barn like I did here on the co-op. Like I said, I know it's not realistic. I know it's not like it's supposed to be, but I'd like to have the diversity of the different animals. And right now on the farm we have cows and we have pigs. I mean, that's basically it. I'd love to have sheep on here. I'd love to have chickens. I do have chickens now. It's just kind of offers a little bit of variety to the farm. So that's what I do. That's what I like to. It's the way I like to play. And that's the great thing about this game, is it's all up to the individual. I keep saying this. This is a running theme, going through time and time again. But I love it. I absolutely love it because it's whatever we make of it. Again, Extreme Farming Will T. Oh, yes. Will T has an extreme farm going on. Holy smokes. Like, I couldn't imagine. Having to sit there and do all that work. And Will has described it to me. He's described just how much it is that he actually works on the farm, because he owns basically every field. He owns, so much of the map itself. His farm is absolutely massive, and it's one of those where he's described that he's literally spent hours, and he works on 30-day months. I mean, you'd almost have to work on that kind of a time scale. Like, I couldn't have a 6,700 head of cattle farm on 1 day months. You couldn't do it. There's no way you'd be able to get the work done fast enough to be able to maintain the cows. You'd have to extend out the time. You'd have to extend out the amount of effort that you're putting into things in order to be able to just to survive, just to be able to get things done. Let's see, I'm going through on my farm here and just kind of checking things out, making sure the cows are good, making sure the chickens are good, and so far everything is looking good on my end. Let's see. It passed your favorite screenshot, the one with the forage harvester in front and the truck in back. Oh yes, no, I saw that. I absolutely saw that. Yeah, no, like I said, Will, the screenshots that you send are absolutely fantastic. We're going to go ahead and cut it off here in just a little bit. We've got tons of snow on the ground. We've got tons of manure now. We got almost 20,000 liters of manure. We've got 1,700 liters of slurry almost. Yeah, we're just rocking and rolling. I mean, it's just going really, really good. We could be doing some kind of winter work at the moment, but it's one of those that we only have $100,000. We got actually less than $100,000. We really need to be saving up our money and keeping it for the coming months here. So we're actually in February right now. That's why we're just kind of letting the screenshots roll and kind of going from there. Let's see. Will also says, I wish I could stream it to YouTube. Oh man, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome if you could stream it to YouTube. One of those, Yeah, just having that massive of a farm would be a sight to see. But let's see, just kind of wandering the farm, just making sure everything's on the up and up and everything's looking good on my end. The chickens are half buried in snow. Oh my goodness, just gotta love it. And actually, we're almost into March, so we're going to be cutting it back in here ever so soon. Will, have you thought about moving to G-Portal and getting help? Right? Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Ken says, I struggle on 3-day months, let alone 30-day months. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, there was one time where I did, I think, 2-day months, and I just felt like it was just dragging on endlessly. I didn't feel like I made any progress whatsoever, and it was just like one thing after another after another. I just felt like I was skipping more days than anything. But it might be one of those where I might start considering expanding out the time to greater than 1-day months, because I feel like I miss so many contracts because of the 1-day month system. You know, because the way contracts works is basically is being compressed down into a small sliver of time that you have to catch perfectly in order to catch that contract. If you don't catch that small sliver of time, well, then all of a sudden it's like, bleh, it's gone. You know, you don't get access to it. So I feel like I don't do a lot of weeding. I don't do a lot of like herbicide work or fertilizer work. I get some fertilizer work because the window of time that the fertilizing contracts are available is a bit wider, but I just don't feel like I get to do as much as I feel like I should. So one of those where I would like to be able to consider starting to do that, just so I could just kind of get the more diversity of contracts and all that stuff. And we are now finally into March, so we're going to cut out from the screenshots here. Will T Gaming, thank you so very much for sending over the screenshots. They looked fantastic. I don't care what you say about them. They looked awesome. So here we are here on the farm. Let's go ahead and slow down. Let's get back to normal here. We're in March. We have tons of snow around the farm, as you can see. Let's catch up with the chat first before we get rocking and rolling. Let's see. Where was I? Will says, just wait for my next game build. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine, Will. Can't imagine. Tony says, I play 3-day months as well. Will then says, I can't add this to G-Portal, unfortunately. Cavalier Roy, how's it going, Roy? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Evening, bud. It's been a while. Hope all is well. It is going fantastic, Will. Hope you're, wow. Roy, going fantastic. Hope you are having a fantastic day as well. Tony says, yeah, I agree. It looks good. Yes, 100%. So let's get to work. We have, oh, hey, we got contracts. I was actually going to take one that was a sewing contract, but now it's not here. So let's go ahead and bam, and bam, and bam. Contract, contract, contract. Let's do this. Let's get this. All right, so we've got 21, 26, and 35. So, okay, 21, 26, 35, all along the east side of the map here for the most part. Let's get to work. Let's see, we'll go right here. Fill up the cart here. Let's see. Let's see. Roy says, awesome to hear, all good here, thanks. Cavalier Roy says Discord, and Cavalier Roy says that doesn't work. You don't have a Discord. I do have a Discord, but I'm just not sure how to get those little triggers to work. I've yet to actually set up anything or to have them kind of associated with this channel. So one of these days I'm gonna get that to work. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Wow, this road looks fantastic with the frost on it. Look at that. This is the first time I've seen this map in the wintertime, and wow. Just wow, that's awesome. Huh. Anyways, yeah, one of those, I do have a Discord. I need to add it actually to the socials down in the bottom left-hand corner, so people can follow me there as well. I don't do a whole lot with Discord other than for the, actually, yeah, you know what? When we get over here, I will go ahead and go into the reason why I've been doing more in Discord. Let's see, it's over. Okay, yep, it's over at the bend. Making ruts. I tell you what, I can't wait for FS25 and making ruts. You can see the rut making right here in the tractor and all this. It's like, take this and ramp it up to 11 from what it looks like there on FS25. I can't wait. Can't wait. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for FS25. Alright, let's get over here. Alright. So, now that we're here at the field, the reason that I've been using Discord more often is because, let's go, where is it? Where is it? Oh, what happened? Oh, what happened? Something broke. Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second. I gotta fix this. Oh, that's why. That's why I'm a silly goose. I renamed the file. That was a very, very silly thing to do. That's why. So, as you can see, this screenshot here is entirely different. Not really, but it is. That's because here recently we added a third tier level to the memberships. That's right. 3 tier levels. Tier level number 3, tier level number 2, and tier level number 1. 3s and 2s get the shout out. So starting out with Will T Gaming and Rail Fanning Jonah, you are the first 2 tier 3 members here to the channel. Thank you both very, very much for being tier 3 members, as well as Mark K, Piping Paul, Wrench Monkey, Ken Adlam, Crazy Chris Sims, Luke Bernie King, Philippa Thompson, and Bradford Hambaugh. I hope I pronounced that right, Bradford. If I didn't, I apologize. But all those being tier 2 members, thank all of you so very, very much. Now, what do you get with these memberships? Tier 1s get custom badges, custom emojis, as well as early access to edited content such as the Let's Play series and channel shorts. Jonah, thank you so very much. I just saw you pop that in there. Those are the custom emojis that I am talking about here. All that for 99 cents a month. Tier 2s get exactly what you just heard there, plus a shout out every single live stream that we do here. So everybody in blue here on the screen is a tier 2 member. Thank all of you again so very, very much. And then there's tier 3. Now, tier 2s, now I can't remember if I said or not, $4.99 a month for tier 2s. Tier 3s are the latest and greatest. Tier 3s get everything that we mentioned before, plus a personalized discount code to the merch store, as well as the ability to do exactly what Will T did on the last live stream. Be able to hop onto Discord and be able to do a stream with me live. So all that is $9.99 a month. So thank Will and Rail Fanning Jonah. Thank both of you so very, very much. Jonah, I will be reaching out to you here for likely the next stream to see if you're going to be available to where we can actually do a live stream together. So thank you all so very, very much for being the members for the channel. It helps out severely. It goes to support this channel for the continued growth and sustainability of this channel. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel subscribers. Thank all of you so very, very much. Like Custom was saying earlier, we just crossed the threshold of 1,900 subscribers here on the channel. Fantastic. 1,900 just blows my mind. I am so grateful and thankful for every single one of you out there. While I am talking about this, I also want to give a shout out to the P.O. Box. If you're at all interested in sending me anything for the channel, go ahead and send it to P.O. Box 6136 Hudson, Florida 34674. The only thing I ask is that if you're going to send me something, please, please, please let me know who sent it. Let me know who sent it. Just include your user handle, so that way I can give you the proper shout out that you deserve. I want to be able to just recognize you and say, hey, so and so sent me this, so and so sent me that. So just that's the only thing I ask is that. So let's go ahead and go back to our live stream here, as we can see, and we are rocking and rolling here with the fertilizer. We are just going to get this fertilized and up and running. Hopefully we can make a little bit of money off of this, because what I am doing with this specific stream is normally what I do is for fertilizer, specifically for fertilizer and fertilizer contracts, is I'd purchase the fertilizer from the farm supply pack. That would be my normal go-to. This series, I'm doing something different, where I'm actually utilizing and relying on the buy points that are standard on the map, and it's costing me a lot more money. But with doing that, it's making the kind of growth a little bit longer, because you're not getting all that kind of bonus from the overage. Because normally the reason why I buy it from the farm supply pack is $1,000 for 5,000 liters. It's stupid cheap to be able to do that. But at the end of the day, it makes it to where you're able to get a huge profit off of the fertilizer that's left over in your hopper here when everything's said and done for the contract. So it makes it really worth it. You could spend maybe $2,000 for 10,000 liters and then get paid with this particular tub here after your contract maybe 15 to 20 grand for every bit that you sell back with that tub. It's ridiculous the amount of money that you can make afterwards if you use that kind of technique. It's really kind of cool if you ask me, but I'm doing the things a little bit different, so we'll see what kind of payout we get after all this. Let's see. Ken says BDD and ice, not a good combination. Blooper time reel. Oh yes. Now in all fairness, I think I handled this one a little bit better than normal, so not this time, but I've got 2 more opportunities for there to be kind of blooper sessions. So we shall see. That is certainly not outside the realm of possibility. Ken, you know me too well. You know me too well. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And I need to take a drink here real quick, because I am getting a wee bit parched. Oh, much better. Much better. So I think we can go ahead and set the worker off going for this contract. And there we go. Let's see. Tony says BRB and Ken says LOL. Yeah, so like I said, there's 2 more opportunities for me to screw up. And let's face it, the more chances I have to screw up, the more likely it's going to happen. I mean, let's just face it. Because I just try to get from point A to point B. I don't try and do it gracefully. I don't try and do it, with kind of pizzazz or anything like that. Let's see. There we go. Oof. $17,000 for the tub of fertilizer there. That's brutal. Brutal. See, Will says, I got one field done and halfway done with another field. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but considering that you own like 30 fields, I mean, you still got some time. You still got some time ahead of you, bud. I'm just saying. Just saying. I mean, you own every single field on Alma, man. Every single one. So, yeah. You got some work ahead of you. But that's okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with a little bit of work. If this game can teach us nothing, it can teach us one thing. Is that you cannot be afraid of work. Because there's tons of work to do. Tons of work to do. And only you are going to do it. You can hire a worker, you can do things like that, and to kind of take the burden off of you just a little bit, but sometimes the workers aren't as helpful. We have plenty of experience with that. Plenty of experience with these workers and how interesting. Yeah, we'll say interesting they can be. Ooh, contract done. Oh dear, no, don't park here. I need to save the fertilizer. There. So we can see. Wait, what? Oh, this wasn't the equipment for the first one. Okay, so I cannot collect that contract. I can't collect any of these contracts until they're all done. Oof, just oof. Let's see. Where was I? Jonah says, Will, still waiting on you to sing. LOL. Will says, LOL won't happen. Oh, come on, Will. Bust out a tune. I'll tell you what, Jonah. When we get you on stream, let's you know what? Let's make a deal. Let's all make a deal. Will and Jonah. Next time that we can stream together, Jonah, when you get on to the next stream, you start it out. You start out by busting out a tune, and then after you do it, that'll have Will kind of behind the 8 ball and be like, I got to keep up with him. It's almost like the keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. So maybe we can kind of work it out. I don't know. I'll talk to Will and we'll see what we can work out here. We'll see what we can work out. One of those that who knows? Maybe one of these days, all three of us will get on. We'll do a little acapella. I mean, you never know. You never know. Might be one of those streams where we're so happy it's FS25 getting released. We're all on here. We're having a good time. And it just happens. Just barbershop quartet. We need to find a fourth person, but who knows? Who knows? Anything's possible with Farming Simulator. Oh my goodness. Will says, me, you, and Jonah on the same stream. Uh-oh, LOL. Yeah. Oh, that could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. Getting everybody together. Whew. I don't know. Might be one of those where it might get a little too rowdy and who knows, get the channel demonetized or some silly thing like that. Let's not do anything like that. Let's not do anything like that. Oh my goodness. I tell you what though, it is good to be back on, good to be hanging out with everyone tonight, and good to be here on Carpathian Countryside. I tell you what, I am just loving the view on this map in the wintertime. All this snow kind of built up here. Just absolutely breathtaking. You take a look around and you just see, and just wow. Just wow. Like, when this map first released, when it first released, I did the initial map tour and I did everything here to kind of get familiar with it. I was just blown away. I was blown away, and I knew I had to do something with this map. But Alma, Missouri ruined me doing this map for a Let's Play. Completely ruined it. In a good way. In a good way. What I mean by that is that because Alma, Missouri has such massive fields, and it takes hours upon hours upon hours to get anything done for some of those fields, it was one of those that I knew I couldn't sustain a model where I have a field or a farm with large, massive fields. I just couldn't do it for a Let's Play series because of all the editing that's involved, all the time that was in the background just sitting there and working and working and working just to get, 10 minutes worth of footage that could be showed. I mean, it was a nightmare, a logistical nightmare to make that series. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed every second on Alma, Missouri. I love that map. But doing a Let's Play series, I regret choosing that map for a Let's Play series because I literally spent hours upon hours upon hours trying to get things done, trying to make a single episode. So to kind of give people kind of an understanding of the kind of things that happen in the background for a Let's Play series is you have to record everything that you're doing. Everything that you're doing. So doing one contract that could take, 3 to 6 hours, especially if it's like a potato or root crop harvesting, any one of those fields could take literal hours on doing things. And if you are trying to do things even halfway legitimate, it can take even longer. It can take just a ridiculous amount of time. So you're sitting there and having to, work and work and work and work, having hours upon hours upon hours of footage, and then once everything's recorded, you get enough to be able to make your episode and all that, then you have to go through the editing process, and then you're having to re-watch hours upon hours upon hours of footage to be able to get it whittled down to the point to where you're actually able to then get your episode. So it's just one of those, it completely ruined the ability for me to even consider Carpathian Countryside as a viable Let's Play map. But then it dawned on me, well, why don't I do a live stream and a Let's Play series? Why don't I have two going at the same time? And that's when it hit me. As soon as that thought came to my mind, and I'm like, I can do two separate series, and I can make it to where the live stream, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm spending hours of time, because I can fill that time talking, hanging out, chatting back and forth with you guys. Being able to kind of fill the void. Where if I'm doing a Let's Play series, it's just me. It's just me, and occasionally filling in the kind of back and forth with the storyline kind of thing. So it's infinitely harder, because then you're just kind of sitting there just playing the game for the most part. And there's only so much you can do about expediting those contracts. Because when you're doing the Let's Play series, you can't have huge, massive jumps in money or anything like that, because people will kind of notice those big jumps. So if you're leasing out, massive equipment to do fast farming, to get jobs done faster and whatnot, you'll get those eagle-eyed viewers be like, hey, where did all this money go, or where did it come from? All that stuff. You're having to kind of show the receipts for them, because they're not privy to what you all get to see. You get to see every little detail that we're doing here on this farm and on this build. So, let's see. Ken says, I'd hate to see what Will T would build on Riverbend Springs FS25. Oh my goodness. I could only imagine. So, I could picture Will doing something like incorporating, like, if the ferry system and all that stuff is like kind of what we kind of imagine it's going to be, I can see him having some kind of cow ferry delivery system, and having to take the ferry across the Bent River there to be able to deliver cows from this point to that point, to having this huge elaborate system just in place. I could just I can only imagine. And yeah, it's one of those where once again, there you go, Will. There you go. Shut up and take my money. Like I said, Will's build is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the build that he's got going on there. Like I said, more than happy to show off screenshots, because I think it's fantastic. Let's see. Jonah says, sounds like a plan to me. Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear it. Let's see. And we are rocking and rolling here. Okay, perfect. How are we looking on this contract? It's still active. Oh, 98%. All right, we're almost there. We're almost done with this one. And then we'll move on to the third one. And then we'll likely skip into April. Oh, there it is right there. Perfect. Because, yeah, we're not going to have any more contracts. And I think we're waiting for April anyways. Because we're waiting for corn, which is April. It's planting season next month. So, perfect. There we go. Let's see. Will says, well, BDD, I will have to be streaming FS25 when it comes out. Yes. Oh yeah. Absolutely. You're gonna have to stream. One of those where I'll be interested to see what it is that you build on any one of the maps. Any one of the maps. And like I said before, it's not just Will. It's not just Will. I know we're kind of focusing in on Will here, but it's really anybody's build, because I think there's going to be so much stuff that's going to be available for FS25 that we're not used to seeing here on FS22, that I think everybody's going to have like a really fun and unique time on FS25. I like I said, I'm genuinely looking forward to it. I can't say that I've ever said that with as much enthusiasm in a very, very long time. It's been forever where I've been like so excited and so pumped for the next iteration of a game. Like I said, I used to be super excited when like NHL came out. That used to be my go-to. Year in, year out, would always and consistently be on top of it. I would take the week off of work to be able to sit there and play on the NHL series, just so I could get my fill and then go back to the normal grind. That's what I used to do. I don't do that anymore. And I'll be honest with you, for the past like year and a half, 2 years, I've been... Ooh, I just bumped the microphone. Apologize about that. I've been missing it. I've been missing it a lot. You know, not having that game to where I was like really looking forward to, was really excited about being able to just have an excuse to be able to just cut away from life and be able to just do it, kind of thing. Haven't had it for a very long time. Well, now I feel like I have that game again. I feel like I have that thing that is going to make it to where I'm like, yes, I'm excited to see the next iteration come out. I'm excited to see what features we get, what kind of, of things that we are going to have in store for us. I just cannot wait for FS25. I'm just so excited. I'm so pumped. And I know that there's a ton of people out there who feel this same exact way. Just based on the little bit of information, the little bit of details that we've seen up until this point. And like I said, I really feel like we've only seen the tip of the iceberg. For those of us who don't know that expression, the tip of the iceberg refers to literally just the top of the iceberg that's exposed in the water. And you only see like you only see 10% of the iceberg as it's floating in the water, right? You don't see the other 90% of it that's lying below the waterline. I think that we still haven't seen that 90% yet. I have a feeling that there's going to be some big bombshells coming. I just have a feeling. I have nothing to substantiate that. I have nothing to really kind of hang my hat on other than a feeling. Like, I understand Giants, they gave us tons of information on FS25 for FarmCon. I get it. I just had that feeling. I have that inclination to think that we're going to have something still waiting for us in the wings. So here's hoping. Here is hoping. Let's see. We've got Jonah says, how did the fences get so popular on social media? Lots of posts. Jonah, I love it. Love it, bud. Ken says, LOL, Jonah. Will says, why is everyone interested in my builds? LOL. They could be better. Thanks, though. You know what, Will? If anything, you're nothing but humble, bud. Nothing but humble. And there's nothing wrong with that. Roy says, there you go, bud. Message you on Facebook with a little something. Ooh. I will take a look at that here after the stream tonight. Thank you so much, Roy. I appreciate that. Ken says, Will T, you are the only YouTuber gamer that has a great eye for detail besides BDD, LOL. 100%. 100% agree with that. I mean, that's, yeah. The eye for detail is something that not a lot of people have. I actually disagree with Ken. I disagree with him saying I don't think I have the eye for detail, or at least the eye to recreate said detail. I have the eye to recognize it and to appreciate it, but not really to do anything of substance for it, kind of thing. If that makes sense. Like, that's why I'm not like Cavalier Roy. I'm not a creator. I'm not a map maker kind of thing, or a mod maker. I can't do it. I know I can't, because if I tried, if I were to sit here and like produce a mod or produce a map, it would not only look like my 2-year-old made it, but it would probably look even worse. It'd probably look like a series of stick figures. Like, that tree right there would just be a stick straight up with maybe a couple like just little side branches and stuff like that. Maybe if I was lucky. The road would look, one-dimensional. I don't know how that happens, but it wouldn't even be good enough for 2 dimensions. I'd be lucky to even to have like a 0.5 of dimensions. It's that bad. It's literally that bad. So yeah, no, it's one of those where when I do focus and when I do have to, like, when I do try and be creative, it's one of those I have to sit there and plot and toil and work and struggle so much to get it to where it actually even looks halfway decent. And even then, it's like, it could have been better. And I know if somebody else got their hands on it, it probably would be better, kind of thing. So one of those where it is what it is. Roy says, there are plenty more to come, and Giants will announce more at Gamescom. A little thing, no doubt, in blogs are something after that. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's, yeah. One of those, there's no way they just emptied everything out onto the table for FarmCon. There's no way. So I think they got some big things in store for us. I think they got some big stuff planned. And not only that, but we're only talking about the game. The game. We're not talking about the DLCs. We're not talking about the, season passes, anything like that. We're only talking about base. And so far, we're talking things like GPS, ground deformation. We're talking about rain. We're talking about fog. We're talking about God rays. We're talking about clouds. We're talking about wind. We're talking about all these different functions and all these different things that are kind of ambient. They're kind of things that we would look for in the background, with the exception of GPS. I think that one's more of a kind of in-your-face kind of feature. And I think that's what we're going to see more of, are those kind of in-your-face features. But the things they really shared with us so far are those kind of background things that really kind of bring flavor and style to any map, but let alone like the game itself. So I think that's where we're going to be heading. Let's see, we got... Roy says... No, wait. Will says, what is everyone's favorite detail on the farm? Rock wall. Rock wall, hands down. Hands down. Boom. That's my fave. Absolute. Roy says, map that uses the whole map and doesn't make it so some areas aren't not usable. Yes. Yes, that's a very important thing too, and something I honestly have noticed with a lot of your maps there, Roy, is that you fully utilize the maps. Like, there's no area where I feel like, man, like, this could have been utilized better, kind of thing. So, yeah, 100% agree with you there, Roy. Will says, I will be live streaming my next farm build on Alma, Missouri after the baby animals come on. Oh, man. That's going to be a huge one. That's going to be a huge update. And there was a map that just came out here recently that had baby animals. It was a South American map. I was actually really blown away with it because of the... because of the baby animals. I wasn't expecting it to have it. That was number one. But it was the first like South American map that I can think of. I could be wrong about this, but the first one I can think of where it had baby animals. It was actually a pretty decent map. It was very nice. I really enjoyed it. I think if I remember right, I gave it a 4. Yeah, I think I gave it a 4. Is what I kind of landed on for my 0 to 5 grading system. It was solid. I enjoyed it, and it had rice on there. So you could flood the fields and do all that kind of stuff. Now, flooding the fields I don't think is going to be anything like what it's going to be in FS25. I hope that the flooding of the fields in FS25 is actually functional. It actually means something. Like, you cannot grow wet rice without water, without the waters in the fields. And if they don't have that as a kind of contingency of like the water is just decorative like it is here on 22, I'm going to be slightly disappointed. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'll be disappointed because what's the point other than just kind of making it look like you're doing the thing? So, I don't know. I really hope that Giants takes that into account. I really hope that they actually make it to where it's going to be a requirement, especially because we're going to be able to create our own fields that can accept the wet rice. We're going to be able to make our own floodable fields. So I'm serious when I say I really hope that they really put the effort into not only making it just a decoration, but actually making it like part of the process. Here's hoping. Because here's the thing, is that if we do things like flooded fields and it's actually functional, well then we could actually be looking at the potential crops completely wrong. The other crops that have yet to be released. Because I was thinking about this the other day. What if they're going to more utilize the flooding in the fields? What if they're going to do something like that? And what if they do something like, I don't know, cranberries? Who knows? Maybe. That might be a thing. I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool. But that's just speculative. I'm not saying that is for certain, but it would be cool. Wouldn't be bad. Where was I? I was... where was I? Will says, FS25 wouldn't work on old gen consoles. Yeah, they're taking them off. So yeah, it's only on new gen PCs and Macs. Let's see. Brady, hey, how's it going? Says, hey everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day so far, Brady. Let's see. Ken says, hey Brady, hey Brad, We've got Jonah says, I ordered my friend some of your merchandise. Oh, thank you, bud. I appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see. Will then says, why are the rock walls your favorite BDD? Because you can look at it and know that it took lots of time to do. So it's just, again, it's just a detail. Like, okay, perfect example of the rock walls and why I like them is one of my kind of favorite features on any map is the map that Zero Ito made here on FS22. It's a remake for several iterations now, but the feature is the rock wall there on Lapacho Farms. Lapacho Farms has a driveway that leads out to the main road, and it's just surrounded by these rock walls, and it reminds me of that. It reminds me of that kind of look, and I just like it. I think it's a very unique feature, and not a lot of people are going to take the time, put the money in, put the effort in to be able to make something not only of that magnitude, but to make it look that good. So that's honestly why I like it so much. Let's see. Roy said thank you. Then Will says, Kevlar Roy, are you bringing any of your maps to FS25? Roy then says, yeah, the plan is to port them all over, and later I will look into making at least one new map. That is awesome to hear. To be able to do all the different maps on FS22 to FS25. I look forward to seeing Riverview on there. I look forward to seeing Maypole Farms on there. I look forward to seeing pretty much all of them. Ebony Island, the whole 9 yards. I'm looking forward to that. But I need to pause the stream here for a little bit. I need to go and help my wife real quick to help her put the baby to bed. I will be right back as soon as I can. And we're back. So sorry I had to cut out like that, but the missus needs help. I gotta go and help. So, let me catch back up with the chat and see where we are. Where was I? Okay. So, yeah, Roy was saying how he's going to be porting all of his maps over, and he's going to be working on at least one more map. That is fantastic, Roy. I'm so glad to hear that. Looking forward to seeing them and what you can do on the latest edition on FS25. Really looking forward to seeing that. Will said, awesome, I'm planning to bring my map to FS25 instead of FS22. That I'm also looking really forward to. Really, I'm looking forward to that. Roy says, Will, that is awesome. I was going to leave my new project for FS25, but decided may as well release it for FS22 and see how it goes. Sweet, that's awesome. Will says, while I'm heading to bed, have work in the morning. Will, hope you have yourself a fantastic night. You take care, and we'll see you again next time, bud. Let me go ahead and collect on these contracts real quick. So we've got... oof, okay, well, bam, bam, and bam. Okay, well, I mean, we made about... between the 3 contracts, we made about 10 grand-ish. Not a lot at all. Alright, let's keep catching up. So, Tony said goodnight to Will. Ken said goodnight. Roy said, see you, Will. Will then says, Cavalier Roy, I have to get a hold of you later for some tips and tricks. Roy said, whenever you need me, Will T Gaming Bud. That's awesome. Will then says, thanks, man. I got some other modders giving me some advice. Would love to get some from another great map maker. Oh, and again, not trying to blow smoke, but yeah, I think that Roy is definitely up there as one of the better map makers that we have in the community. So yeah, definitely if you can get some ear bending time, definitely take it up with Roy. Let's see. Will then says, I'm heading to bed now. LOL, have a good night, everyone. Alright, well, like I said, you have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you again soon. Roy then says, always happy to help, bud, and thank you. There we go. So, now we need to fast forward into April, because we got some corn to plant. So, let's see. So, April is corn planting season, which means, let me take a look at what I have. So yeah, I don't have a planter just yet. I think, let's see. Is that, whoops. Oh, it's ready to, really? Oh, wow, and look at my TMR's all chock full. That's awesome. We'll turn that off. Out of silage already. Wow. Okay, well. Head over here real quick. I want to see where the grass state is, because it says it's ready to harvest, so it's probably in stage 1. If I wait until April next month, it'll be stage 2, and we can really kind of go at. Yeah, ready to harvest. That's got to be stage 1. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward. I don't have any cows in here. How are all the animals looking? Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. It's only 6 o'clock in the morning. We got everything we needed done in just a matter of hours. Let's see. Roy says, I won't spoil the new project for you, but it's a 4X map. Has more fully functional farmyards. The amount of players can join a server. Also some plots of land and you can buy to do, or plots of land you can buy to do with as you wish. Ooh, Roy, that sounds awesome. That sounds really awesome. Whew, that's, yeah. I tell you what, being a 4X map, that unfortunately means, did you say it was going to be here for 22 or is it going to be for 25? Because if it's 22, then that, I think that by default means that it would be for PC and Mac only. And if that's the case, then I'm going to be sad. Oh, you're going to have it for both. Oh, well then, yeah. If it's FS22, then us lowly console players will not have it available to us. Oh, well. That's all right. What was I... Oh, that's what I'm doing. I need to fast forward time. So let's go... There we go. So yeah, so far everything's looking good. How is my chickens? That's what I was looking to look at. Oh, well, that's a. Oh, wait. Stop. What is going on here? There's a weeding contract. Let's go ahead and get that, because why not? We got a fertilizing contract. Oh my goodness, we got stuff. What happened? Where did this all come from? All right, well, I need my trailer. I need food. I need to feed my chickens. They're starving, and I'm just a silly person. Roy says, I thought you were on PC. I'm not on PC. No, I'm on Xbox Series X. So, yeah, I'm, unfortunately not the privileged one who can, who can work on those. I wish. There are times where I wish that, I had a PC, or wish I had it for PC or Mac, just so I could really kind of get into those mods and maps that are like exclusive, especially those 4X maps. The 4X maps are just incredible. Now, if I remember right... Oh. Okay, in here... Oh, stop. Wheat. That should be more than enough. More than enough. There we go. So, if I bring this over here, I think I can dump it out right here along the side. Bam, perfect. How much will this hold? Oh, wow. I just guessed. I literally just guessed, and I guessed almost perfectly. Roy says, so you can't take the look at the new map. That's a shame. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in that. But it's okay. It's one of those that, who knows? One of these days, I might make the leap and go to the PC version. It's one of those I keep humming and hawing about it. The only thing that I keep saying that really kind of holds me back and really kind of prevents me from just diving in with both feet onto, doing the PC Mac version is I've got an Xbox, so it's one of those I don't want to make my $500 gaming investment into kind of a worthless investment, because this is pretty much what I play is Farming Simulator and play on the Xbox. So one of those where it's just a real hard pill to swallow at this point. Let's see, let's put this here, stop, and then pull this back here and stop. Alright, where's this going? 38. Let's see. Roy says, in that case, new maps is all 4 of my maps combined, 22 farmyards. Oh, that's right. I remember you telling us that. That's right. Yeah, it's all the various farmyards all combined into one map. That's right. I completely forgot you were telling us that. Yeah, that sounded amazing, Roy. When you were telling us that, I think the last time we spoke, yeah, if I remember right, it was what? It was Riverview, Maypole. Oh, and I just clicked that. Clicked that one too. It was Riverview, Maypole. And there was two other ones I can't remember off the top of my head. Was it? It wasn't Ebony. It's all basically finished. Just final touches now, dude. That sounds awesome. That just sounds absolutely brilliant. I remember you talking about this, and I remember I was excited because it was like, oh man, like these 4 really powerful maps, and then just being able to kind of combine them all into one finalized map was just absolutely brilliant. Riverview, okay, so it was Riverview, Maple, Ebony, and Glenlaith. Okay, yeah. Oh man, that just sounds just like chef's kiss. Sounds amazing. Yeah, and I tell you what, it's things like that. It's things like the map that you're making that really pulls me. It really like draws me towards making the leap to PC and Mac. It really does, because knowing that that map's out there and not gonna have access to it, not gonna be able to play it and whatnot. And like I said, I did that series on Maple. I absolutely adored it. I adored playing on Maple. So I can only imagine how awesome of a map it's gonna be to have Maple, Riverview, Ebony, and Glenlaith. Like just absolutely fantastic. Absolute fantastic. Let's see. Let's get this. It's 38. Okay, so not the field immediately to my right, but the one after that. There we go. Get this. Roy says, one of the testers wants me to bring back Maple version I released on FS17 because it was much smaller. Whoa! I'm not paying attention where I'm driving. The road. Oops. Tell you what. Let's get to the farm. Let's get the worker going, or get to the field, get the worker going. Then I'll read the rest of what Roy is saying. that might be a little bit smarter on my part. Let's see. This here, drop this down, and bam. Wait, what? I said bam. What's going on? On the right field, right? 38. Growing. Huh. Remove the small weeds in the field using a weeder. Small hoe. That's... Huh. That's so weird. Alright, let me catch up with what Roy was saying now that we're over here, and then I'll figure out what I can do. Roy says, one of my testers wants me to bring back the Maple version I released on FS17 because it is much smaller play area, and he loves small maps as he likes single player over multiplayer. Yeah, I personally play more single player than multiplayer. It's actually pretty rare that I play multiplayer, but I'm getting to that point where I'm starting to build up to the possibly doing multiplayer games and stuff like that. It's just finding the time, finding the ability to be able to do it. Roy then says, hopefully Giants allows 4X maps on consoles for FS25. That would be amazing. If they could do that, then I'd be less drawn to the PC and Mac, and I'd feel like my console wasn't a giant expensive paperweight. Roy says, need to spray herbicide. Yeah, I might try that. I don't have a sprayer though, do I? Not this fun. No, that's just lime and fertilizer, right? Yeah, it's lime and fertilizer. So I don't have a sprayer. So that stinks. Jonah says, is anyone going to see the new Twister movie? I'll be honest with you, Jonah. Like, I've said this numerous times on the streams before. I've just become so disillusioned with Hollywood and pretty much anything they touch nowadays that there's really nothing that really kind of gets me excited enough to say, yeah, I'm going to go spend my hard-earned money to go watch a movie. I haven't had that experience here in a very long time. So not one, like, in theory, it could be good. It probably is going to be even halfway decent, but I don't know. Just, I guess I'm just a bitter old man now. A bitter old man who longs for the days of classic movies, you know, what I deem classic movies. And yeah, just not a whole lot out there nowadays that really kind of gets me excited. Let's see. Roy says the hoe is a different piece of equipment than the weeder. Oops. There's a sign. Really? So why did it give me this equipment then? You know what? We'll get it back to the shop and we'll look there, because we'll figure it out from there. Because I really don't want to give that up. It's what, $3,000? I don't want to use spray if I don't have to, because that'd just be really expensive and way too expensive for that. Okay, yeah, let's get this back up the shop and I'll figure it out, because if I have to even depending on how much the lease would be, isn't really going to be worth it. If I have to release new equipment, I'm already paying for this equipment in the lease. I could just cancel it and not take a penalty. I don't know. Yeah, let's get back up to the shop. I'll figure out what, if anything, I can do that's going to actually be viable for, like, the finances. I don't want to pay money just to do a contract. Alright, here's the animal dealer. I do love... See the snow on the back of that cow? That is just fantastic. Just details like that. That's why I love this map, is that there's just so many details like that. Just makes this map just so inviting. So just... what's the word I'm looking for? I guess special. Like, there are maps out there. Roy's map maps are a good example of that. This map is a good example of it. Is that they just have that kind of zing, that kind of feeling that you get in your gut. That's like, wow, this is nice. This is really special. Okay, so we've got weeders here. I don't know. And really, all these are really expensive. Even, like, not this little one here, but again, I feel like I'm just gonna be in the same issue as I am before, because it's got the same description as this one. Alright, yeah, you know what? We'll just cancel it. Won't be out any money and just kind of go on to things I know I can do. Alright, so Roy says, my partner and our daughter went and watched it in 4K and said it was an amazing experience. Okay. Okay, well... I mean, we might be getting to a point to where we're starting to see kind of the resurgence of good things coming from Hollywood. At least I hope. I don't know. It's just we'll have to see. I'll wait until we start seeing like a bit of reviews and a bit more feedback before I really start like dipping my toe back in those waters. Roy says, personally, I don't do the weeding contracts. Okay. Then Roy says the level of detail can be more noticeable and more appreciated when used sparingly, like it is on this map. 100%. 100%. Now let's go ahead and do this one, and this one, and this one. Alright, look at that. So we've got 7, 12, and 24. So go back here. Yeah, 7, 12, 24. So just so everybody knows, is I have a hard stop here at 12 o'clock. So I will be having to cut out here before too much longer. Here in about 30 minutes is where I'm going to have to call off the rest of this stream. So we will be picking this back up, you know, in subsequent other streams and all that stuff. So I just want to give everyone kind of a heads up that I do have to hop off here very, very soon. Let's see. Nope, I already read that. So, yeah. Oh, man, this is expensive. All right. Wow, 30 grand. Yay. So we got, this is 7, so this is the big one, so we need this one. Okay, this is the big one right across from the farm there, right next to the farm. So what we can do is I'll send the worker. Whoa, yay, yay, oh, yay. Okay. I'll send the worker first to border the road. Once the road is bordered, I can then send them back and forth going east to west and let them kind of do their thing. Then I can start working on the other contracts. But that should give me enough of a buffer to be able to let the worker just kind of do their thing and not have to worry about them hitting anything. Here's hoping at least. And here is the field. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So the cool thing is that once we get all these kind of set up and working, I can get the equipment necessary to do the corn planting. Oh, there's the power lines in this field. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about the power lines here. Jonas says you got to spend money to make money. Oh yeah, absolutely. And the only problem that I'm having with this map is, and this is my own fault. I said that I was going to do it this way, and I could be making way more money if I were to be using the farm supplies pack and just buying, you know, the 3 pallets at $3,000, and then whatever's left over, then I'm getting that payback kind of thing, and I'm making significantly more money on the fertilizer that I'm putting into the machine than I am on the contract. But I said I was going to do it this way. I said I was going to, you know, kind of do it the more kind of legitimate path, and it just means I'm going to make less money. Let's see, how's this looking? So this kind of slopes to the north. I don't think I ever really noticed that there was a entrance to this field right here. That's a gate. I don't think I ever noticed that. Huh. Oh wow. I know I didn't notice this. This little kind of this kind of like inlet right here. I know I never noticed that. They're just maximizing their field space. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, there we go. We'll set the worker off. We might miss a little chunk here on the southern part of the field, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and get this. Do I have any weights? No, no weight. It's in 12 and 24. We'll send a worker over to 12. Where's that? Okay, yep. Go over here. Oh, no, there we go. We're almost there. We're almost there. We'll send a worker, and we'll send the worker over to... Oh, no, we don't need to send them to 24. We'll definitely send them over to 12, though. Alright, so right here. And... go. There we go. And now one more. I'm kind of going in a direction I wasn't expecting them to go in. Oops. There we go. And now, let's hit this right here, just like so. Wow. We spent so much money. So much money on fertilizer. Holy smokes. Alright, well this is for 24. So let's get this over there. Let's see. This one, I could actually kind of set them off going east to west, and they should be okay. Sending them off in that. Let's see. One thing I'm going to have to remember, though, is when we get the seeder to do the corn, or I'm sorry, the planter to do the corn, it's got to be a direct drill. Got to be. Because we've got all that oilseed radish. I don't necessarily want to have to cultivate it first in order to get that fertilizer state down. If I do a direct drill, it should take the oilseed radish out for me. And I'll do something like this. Alright. So now, what we need to do, planters, because we need corn. Oh, you know what? I need to figure out how many horsepower my tractor is. How much is that? 295. So I can have up to 295. Oh, so 300. I'd be able to, yeah, I'd be able to get away with this one. Just barely, though. I really don't need to do any of those. Could do this one. This is 11 meters wide. How much to lease? 10 grand. Wow. It's 350. I think we can get away with the Kinsey here. I think we can get away with doing the Kinsey. And oh, but this one's just a seed, so I'd have to do fertilizer as a secondary. Do I have a fertilizer? I do, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay. I have to sit here and remember what it is I do and don't have. So, oops. So yeah, I think. I mean, if I'm gonna do this one, why wouldn't I do this? Could do this one here. It's 18 meters. Still the 300 horses. Here. Tony says, My granddaughter overheard the conversation about the movies. Guess where I'm going tomorrow? Oh, no. Well, Tony, I hope you enjoy it. Let us know next time we see you what you think of it. 153, so yeah, it'd be kind of silly. And I could get this in a roller too. Mulcher. Oh, do I? I don't need the mulcher. I need the roller, though. That'd save me so much time. You know what? And it takes liquid fertilizer, too. Oh, my goodness. All right, yeah. Okay. We're gonna bite this one. We're gonna do this. All right. So Tony says, "Yeah, right," and will do. There we go. So yeah, we'll let them kind of do their thing. Oh, this one's here and ready. Let's see, how's this field look? So let's do this. Let's get this kind of back edge where the forest is kind of prepped and ready to go, and then we can send the worker back and forth. Because we can go into another field. We can let the worker kind of work in another field. We can't just, not let them be able to get too close up to the forestry bit. They could, potentially weave in between. And I've had it happen where a worker will literally go in between two trees and then try and make their way around others and then get completely stuck in the middle of everything. It is just an absolute nightmare. So it's fields like this that honestly give me the most hesitation as to how to approach them because of all the bad experiences I've had with workers. That's why I'm so looking forward to the GPS and having that kind of, I don't know if it's technically referred to as course play on PC, because like I said, I'm not a PC user, but that the whole kind of circuit that the worker will make, how it kind of visually lays out the circuit around the field, that's honestly one of the features I'm really looking forward to the most, because of being able to see exactly what it anticipates it's going to do. And being able to see that will be a absolute blessing for somebody like myself, because then I can send the worker around, I can have them do the couple of headlands around, and they were saying in their interviews where they could potentially make it to where they can adjust the number of headlands that you can do and do things like that. So being able to see that kind of stuff, being able to have a worker with that sense of intelligence really makes me excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it is they have in store for us for 25. So now let's do this. Let's send them in this direction. Oops. Nope. It's not what I wanted them to do. I wanted to do something like that. Boop. There we go. We might miss that little clip right there. So it is called course play. Okay. Yeah. Tony confirms it sounds like course play, and yeah, that's basically what I thought it was called. Where it just kind of shows the circuit that the worker is going to take around the field. I know it's adjustable in PC and all that stuff, and they're talking as if they might do something similar to that there for FS25 down the road kind of thing. It might be ready for release, but it's something that sounds like they're at least trying to work on. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that, because that could be something really huge. And, here's hoping that the workers are way more intelligent. I mean, based on what we've seen so far, it sounds like they're going to be. But it sounds, hopefully they're way more intelligent than what we're used to here on 22. Let's see. Tony says it's a time saver. I can only imagine. I can only imagine how much it's a time saver, especially when you've got a project such as, root harvesting. That one there is the one I'm really excited about, because the root harvesting just takes so long by itself, and then it's so finicky as to when it's going to actually like kind of have things kind of worked out and when it won't have things worked out. It's just one of those kind of weird oddities about how like the root crops work, especially with the workers. And a lot of it I think has to do with the massive machines that it uses in comparison to like what the fields are, what the boundaries are, what kind of trees and stuff may interfere, may not interfere with the fields and the workers. Like there's all those kind of factors and stuff. But if we can get it to where it will kind of suss out and actually kind of do everything for the border for you, and then eventually we'll, you know, come back and like do the inner part of the field, then that'll make something such as what's the word I'm looking for? Such as root crops. Something such as root crops. It'll make it just make it doable, make it workable again. Because right now I just don't feel like root crops is a real good viable option unless you have tons of time and tons of patience. And I mean, personally, I don't have either. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at all that money. Okay, well. There it is, corn. All right, now we're getting to the point where we're finally into the next season. We're finally to the point where we're actually able to really get some work done and hopefully really put us into a good place into the future. I'm so stoked. Oh. So Jonah, I just saw the message pop up. I'm gonna read it as soon as I get to a place where I can stop, because we all know how it all works out when I don't when I don't come to a complete stop and try to read something. I'll end up somewhere into the distance and just won't be pretty. So let's see. Let's get over there. And let's see. You know, let's start down at 16. That's where we'll start out at first. Let's see. Where's the... Okay, there's 24. So yeah, it looks like everybody's chugging along. They're doing their thing. So that's good. 7 looks like they're almost done. 12 is... they're about halfway done. And I think... yeah, it's this road here. There we go. There's my field. Now I think this is going to work. I think if I unfold this... Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's not what you want. Drop this down. Turn it on. Wait, what? Oh, we're in March. What was I doing? No! Oh my goodness. I thought I was in April. I thought we fast forwarded, but I forgot we stopped and did the contracts. That's all right. That's all right. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. I turned that off. Yes, I did. All right. What stopped? This stopped. We're on, what is this? This is 24. All right. So, oh dear. I'm too close to the tracks. Too close to the tracks. Jasper's going to get me. Kloss will get me. Somebody's going to get me. All right, let's get this. Holy smokes. All right, here we go. go. All right. 95. Probably not going to... All right, so Jonah says, I wonder what this button does. Shows that Jonah has been a member for 4 months. Jonah, thank you so much. And again, thank you, Jonah, for being one of the first Tier 3 members here to the channel. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. That's fantastic. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to everything that's going on at the channel here. We're doing fantastic here. We're up to 1,900 subscribers. Saw that right before we got onto the channel, or got onto the live stream tonight. So just seeing all this stuff happening and just how well the channel's working out, I just want to again thank everybody who's involved with this channel, because I couldn't be happier with it. Let's see, where are we? 24 is done. So that's this one, right? That is this one. Okay. So let's turn that off. This is just about done. And oof. This one has big chunks missing. This is 7 here. It's 66%. Oh my goodness. Look at that nonsense. Oh my goodness. And then Jonah says, blooper alert, 100%. Ken says, I was hoping for an ice road blooper, but from BD I was hoping for an ice road blooper from BDD LOL. Yeah. It's one of those that thankfully I was able to avoid the ice road blooper, but we had a blooper nonetheless. So it might not be what we were looking for, but it's there. It's there. I mean, one of those where we can almost rest assured that there's gonna be at least one per live stream. You know, it kind of makes me wishful that we had the power of editing here on live stream, because I get to edit out all my bloopers there on live Let's Plays. I get to make myself look however I want to look on that particular episode. If I want to look like I know exactly what I'm doing at any point in time and never make a mistake, then I can make that happen. That is the power of editing. But I don't get that convenience here. I don't get the luxury of making myself look like I'm like I'm the farming simulator know-it-all, or that I don't ever make a mistake ever. No, I don't get that. I get to look like just just like Goofy Dave. There we go. Let's get this little chunk here. And I guess we'll just turn around and double back on that tower there. Let's see. So yeah, we're all caught up with chat. Like I said, here in about 10 minutes, I've got a hard cutoff here for tonight. But I've had an absolute blast with everyone here tonight. It has been so much fun. It'll get us hopefully to the point where we can actually start the corn planting on the next stream. So that's what I'm hoping. Let's see. Oh, they completed the task. Did they? Oh, and that one is done. Perfect. So we got 2 that are done. Let's see. So I'm getting reimbursed 11 grand for this one and 12 grand for this one. So I think I spent what, like 18 grand, but I'm getting 14-ish back for the contractor. So yeah, that's, I'm gonna make a little bit of money, but not a massive amount. We'll see how it looks here on this one. I'm curious on how it goes. Let's see. So yeah, it's next month where we need to... Yeah, it's next month where we get to plant our corn, and it's October when we harvest. So we got a little ways, but we are going to plant all 3 fields with corn. That's going to be what we're shooting for. So all these green ones here are going to be cornfields, and that's going to get chaffed. It's going to be put into the bunker silos, and it's going to be turned into silage. So we've got quite a bit of work to do, and we still have 300,000 liters of TMR here. If we had more silage, which do we have silage? How much do we got? Oh, we just have hay and straw. That's a shame. But yeah, if we had more silage, we'd be able to make more TMR. But I mean, our cows are doing really good. I don't think they... Oh yeah, they're doing fine. They're doing just fine. Ken says, wouldn't be a BDD stream. Wouldn't be a BDD stream with a blooper in it. LOL. Oh, 100%. Wouldn't be. Not only would it not be a BDD stream, but it wouldn't be a fun stream. That's the cool thing about this, is that, you know, even though, yeah, it makes me look silly sometimes to do these kind of simple mistakes, you know, not paying attention. All of a sudden I drive the, you know, somehow drive the tractor into the train or whatever. It's fun. It's fun. And that's the great thing, is that we're here to have fun. You know, I don't have to sit here and, you know, in all seriousness, I don't have to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I know everything there is to know about everything that's Farming Simulator. I don't need to know all that. I don't need to do all that, because, you know, we're here to just have fun. So, you know, I know enough to get myself into trouble, and hopefully I have enough common sense to be able to dig myself out of that trouble. Fingers crossed. Jonah says, I would tell you a joke, but it's a little corny. You know what? I'll take any joke I can get. Big or small, corny, not corny. I'm down. Always down for a joke. You know this, Jonah. You know this. And I know that's a joke in and of itself. I'm just saying. You know me. I love jokes. I love them. Can't get enough of them. Let's see. How are we looking here on this contract? We're so close. 82%. So close. And then what's the rest of the field looking like? So we can make a strip back. Let's get it kind of like so. And then like so. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. I mean, just... this is working out perfect. I'm really curious. I'm really hoping that when everything's said and done, I'm going to have roughly about 120 grand, I'm hoping. Well, no, I wouldn't have that because I bought all the seed and fertilizer for the corn. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. 90%. So, I think after this little strip, we're not going to get that little strip right there. We're going to go and attack that big portion that's missing. And that should be more than enough to finish this contract, I think. And then, yeah, I think probably after this contract is when we'll go ahead and start signing off, because that'll put us right close to time. But like I was saying earlier, I want to thank everybody who showed up here tonight, hung out with me tonight. I know we kind of started this stream pretty heavy with the with the topic about Pennsylvania and all that stuff. Normally, like I said, that's not something that we go into details about here on the channel and all that stuff. But I felt like I needed to say something about that. I don't know, just one of those, like I mentioned earlier, was weighing pretty heavy on me, so I just wanted to make sure that I just kind of, used the voice that I have available to me, just to kind of throw it out there and be like, hey, you know, this is a tragedy. You know, somebody, you know, was cut short in this world who was trying to just be a protector, and somebody who was already a protector in life, you know, a firefighter, and you know, just kind of the senseless and needless tragedy that it was. So, like I said, it was a bit heavy of a start, but I want to just thank everybody for letting me kind of throw it out there, letting me talk about it, and kind of going from there. But we are just about done with this contract. 3% more. We're looking for 3%. Let's do this. As it was said earlier, though, if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps out so very, very much for this channel. The likes and the subscribes helps get us into the algorithms, helps, you know, put us out to more and more people, and just helps. It just helps. I mean, plain and simple. So if you haven't yet, please hit that thumbs up. You know, hit the subscribe button if you're liking what you're seeing here, and yeah, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's get, oh man, 1%. 1%? Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. We're so close. Alright, here we go. Now we're... This will be it. This is the final little bit. Come on. Come on. There it is, right there. Perfect. All right, so. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. Well, look at that. Actually, it's $108,000. That's not bad. We did actually pretty good on that one. Because you figure we started around $110,000 before the contracts, and we leased the equipment, and we got the seeds, and we got the fertilizer. All that stuff cost money. So that, I mean, yeah, that worked out pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm actually very happy with that. We're all out of contracts. We're ready for this to roll around. Yeah, by the time we come into the next live stream, we'll be planting some corn. We'll be working on our fields and getting everything all up and running. But Tony says, good night, everyone. Catch you all on the next one. Tony, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody had fun tonight. I know I sure did. Greatly appreciate every single person out there. Like I said earlier today, we crossed the 1,900 subscriber threshold. Just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I want to thank every single one of you out there. I hope everybody enjoyed it tonight. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care.